clutch and we move again. You gotta feed it a little slow at the beginning so it don't plug. There we go. Let's see just how fast this bale is forming. I don't know if you can see the dust coming off of the small square baler. It is dry. This clover, we don't have to worry about anything keeping. We're still learning how this big square baler is going, so don't judge me. But I think I'm getting some of the kinks worked out, but I know I'm nowhere near where I want to be. We're going to have to end up round baling a lot of this, I think, which is okay. It's so dry, I think we can keep baling past dark, though. We don't have to worry about the dew is much. I mean, it will shut us down eventually, especially if tires are getting wet, but I don't know. We're still learning. I think the stuffer just keeps tripping. I'm trying to figure out the capacity, because there'll be times on my end rows I'm not feeding hay and it's still saying 1 to 1, and you want to feed it right around a 1 or just over a 1 is what I was told. So that's what I'm trying to do, but I don't think the sensors are working right. But we got about 8 bales out so far. There's one, and there's another. They look really nice so far. 7.5 foot's what I'm shooting for, and I think that's what we're hitting. gardening. Yep, that's your mom.
No.
Well, it's dark out. We only got a handful of rows left. She's got like 3 over there. I got what you can see here. We're still trying to crank out some bales. Got a shear bulb in it. We had to run and grab one. We're at 29 here. I'm guessing she's probably pushing 30 or so. Well, I already did like 20 before she took over. I don't know how many she's done since. He's ready to call it a day. Love to see it get done. And I know you all ask, oh, can you bale in the dark? Yeah, it's not very common here in the Midwest. We're in Northwest Ohio. The dew will be and is probably setting in, but with how dry this stuff was, you had a cloud of dust following you everywhere you went when you were baling. So we're gonna push it a little bit, bale with some moisture. Honestly, might be better quality hay now that it retains some more leaves. There's a fine line though. We don't have a moisture meter on the baler. Without getting out and checking every few rows, we won't really know when it does get too tough. We're just gonna keep running and hope for the best. I'll end up with 41 bales. My wife's just wrapping up some round baling right now. I don't know if you can see her in the back. There she is. Oh, had some few issues here. We're figuring things out. I don't know how bad the dew set in. I don't know where the moisture meter is. Everything. I'm just scatterbrained. I don't know what I did this morning. I don't know what I did yesterday, but I know tomorrow what my plan is. Just in case it's going to get thrown out the window, I got a couple backup plans. But yeah, this thing's pretty cool. Maybe we need a little more horsepower in the front of it, but it handles it. You know, I think we're running at capacity and the tractor does all right. So yeah, there she goes. Last row of the field. Looks like it's still kicking up quite a bit of dust. Oh yeah. I don't think we have it too wet. Wouldn't be that dusty if it was wet. Let's follow her back to the front of the field then. You can see we got some small square bales that fell off the side of the wagon. We'll pick them up tomorrow. Yeah. I'd say we had a pretty productive day. We still have 12 acres I got to get baled yet tomorrow. We finished the 10 acres custom baling this morning. We finished our 12 acres, the second cut, that was ours. We made, you know, and that was 4 miles between those 2 fields, and then we drove here, which is probably 15 miles away from that. So road time's what kills you, the switching and everything. At least we had the round baler and this big square baler staged here and ready, but we still had to bring the small square baler and 4 wagons here. So pretty much just me and my wife for the most part. We do have some help unloading. She must have a bale. Let's see that one come out. Takes a little bit to wrap them, but in really heavy straw, if you're running that thing full hog, you can get about a bale every 55 seconds. There you go. There's 800 pounds, 700 pounds of hay right there. 4x4.5 is what we run. It fits on the trailers really well. Or at least the old one. I don't know. Maybe we should revisit that for this new one. But yeah. So that's just what we've been running. And fireworks, of course. You know, being Saturday after 4th of July. It's I think the 5th now. So yeah. Not too upset with this. This field's just a hodgepodge of everything. It's only 20 acres, but I wanted to make sure this big square baler is working. And I wanted big squares of this, but due to time constraints, we round baled more than I wanted. I just wanted to round bale the ends off and then big square the rest after we filled 4 wagons. I think we got close to 600 bales. Or was it 500? 500 and some bales. Over 500, I think. Maybe 570 bales on them 4 wagons. Yeah, we got round bales. We got big squares, round bales. And we got 4 wagons filled with this beautiful clover. We got some nice looking square bales. This is nice. You don't look at the first ones that came out of the chamber. You think we know what we're doing here. But strings are good and tight on them. You can just see the dust coming off. This stuff was probably dry around 2 o'clock and we didn't get here till about 7. It might have been dry before that, even late last night, but we've been so busy. Man, it's just nice looking clover. It really is. Good color, hard thing to do with red clover. Usually turns really brown on you. Maybe it just looks good in the LED lights. Let's see what it looks like in the morning. That's pretty cool. You just push down on that, pull back on it. Just keep going back and forth. Should eject the bale. There it goes. one downside of hauling 2 wagons at a time is you cannot see the back wagon at all. You might see it a little bit if you picked a narrower wagon to lead with and a wider wagon for a trail, but you just kind of take what you have loaded and what has good rear hitches. So I can see you got 2 shadows there. It means it's still hooked up. That's about the best I can tell, unless we're turning, then I can kind of look at some of the tires on the one side of the truck that I'm turning in that direction of, but otherwise I just have no clue what's going on with that back wagon. At least going southbound now, I can at least see shadows. So this used to be an old freestall barn. We're storing bales in here now. Let's watch a little bit of baling here. I don't want to get out of the air conditioning. I've unloaded enough hay today and we're going to unload more, so. Thing really launches them. I don't know if we're going to need all 4 wagons we brought out here or not. So it's tarped. We got a very small sprinkle, not even hardly enough to get the ground wet last night while we were loading these. We were really just trying to get this wrapped up and tarp before the rain came in, because the rain event was coming, you know, at an angle. It was going to hit the south and the west later than it would the north, where we're a little bit northeast of the field here. It's about 10-12 miles away. So we knew bringing these bales back, we'd probably encounter rain, which never did rain up here, but a mile north they got hit pretty good of where we were unloading small squares. So I left my dad and a couple of the hired hands to unload squares while me and my wife picked up these. So we were disappointed. The rain came in right as we were wrapping up, but now we got it. It's misting and gross out right now. So I'm glad it's under tarp, because this is some beautiful clover. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot better quality than what we have right here. This is just nice hay. And this right here is why we have goats. Look at all this beautiful feed. You normally just blow it off. We already got a barrel almost full between the baler and the mower that's out back. Let's do a little recap, showcase a little bit of what we have in here for hay. This is first cutting alfalfa grass, mostly grass. I don't know what it is. It's not an orchard or timothy. It's a really fine stemmed grass. You can see the alfalfa in there. The color's pretty decent. We were still figuring out the big square baler. That's not what I want to see. Obviously, some of these bales are not as nice as others. And then we step over here, we have some beautiful clover. And I mean absolutely beautiful. And the bales look beautiful, and the quality of the hay is just beautiful. Let's look into these. I mean, the color is outstanding on this, and we got it baled dry. Wife's hauling in some round bales. I was just looking at some of these. And then what we have here, first cutting grass with maybe some clover in it. This is different from the big squares you see up there. We sold all of the grass alfalfa bales out of the field that was in that. It was like a 25-acre field. We did, I think, 35 bales of grass, 26 bales of the big squares, and then like 1,300 small squares. This stuff got a little rain on it after we baled it. Nothing crazy. So you can see the outside lost a lot of color, but inside, that's some nice hay. Also fine bladed. I think there's a lot of orchard, maybe some brome, maybe some fescue. It's just a hodgepodge mix of grass, mostly grass, some clover and spots in that field. We did 50 round bales of that. That's what we're looking at right here. And then there's 4 round bales of a orchard clover mix that was off of just a 2-acre patch that was kind of on the way. So you can kind of see just a Lost a little color on the outside, but really nice on the inside. And that's what we're looking at right here. We got more clover right here. We're trying to get it so we can still get to things. But the problem is I want to backfill this whole thing up with straw here in a week. So it's all going to get buried, but we'll haul the straw out really quick, take it to auctions. Now we step back here, still looking at more clover. That's what she's putting in here right now, clover round bales. And right behind that is rye. I don't know if we can get through here. Looks like we can. And this is the rye. If you watch any of our other videos, you can see. We can get in there and look at some of this. Let's see if I can get a little handful out. There you go. Color's not great, but we did get it dried down. It's almost more of a straw, but the goats did eat it. We'll see what it brings. Haven't sold any of them yet. I think there's like 30 bales of those. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're trying to fill the sides up with the round bales, because you can only get one bale in. You go put another one in and push it back, you won't be able to reach the one behind it. So I figured these are 4 foot wide, the round bales are. The big squares are 3 feet wide. The better use of this area is to put the widest bale we can, so that we can still not waste this bottom space where we can put these big squares too high, and utilize the ground space as best as we can. You can see the round bales fill that pretty good. The square bales probably don't utilize that space probably quite as well. That's kind of what we're doing today. We're gonna take it easy, and that's kind of a wrap on this video. The chaos will continue here. We got just on and off misting and sprinkles all day. So that kind of puts a damper on some of the straw. I think we have like 90 acres of straw that's already on the ground, another 116 that hasn't been cut yet. So that's kind of nice. Hopefully the stuff that's on the ground, I don't think any of this rain's gonna hurt it. I think by tomorrow night, I could be out there trying to do some baling. Wish us luck. Hopefully we can get through it all.